All right. Well, the clock says 6:30. So I'm going to call the April 15th, 2025 zoning board of appeals meeting to order. We've got a couple of things on the agenda. First, we were going to review and perhaps approve the minutes from the March meeting. We also have an application from Alexander Casatano and Renee Casatano at 20 Short Road, looking for variances and a special permit to construct an addition to living space. And another application from Valley Farm Doodletown, looking for variances to install a new garage. First thing we got is, have you guys had a chance to take a look at the draft minutes that we did for the March meeting?
Yes.
Does anybody suggest any changes or modifications to the minutes? All right, I would make a motion that we approve the minutes for the March 18th meeting. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay. First application is on Casatano. Anybody here for that?
Yes.
I'm Renee Castrano.
Okay.
And Anthony Percent Architect or the Cascadas.
Come on
Come
up.
right
You
up.
just called your case. You're just in the nick of
And the
time.
price is right. It's your turn to come
Where would
on
you like
down.
us to sit?
Right there, right here is
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
The Cascadas have a two-story existing home on a pre-existing non-conforming lot. They are proposing a modest addition to the rear of the home, 2 stories and a finished basement, which will tie into the existing septic system and the existing well.
And at this time, I just want to go on the record and knowing that I am a neighbor in this application.
And
Jack-
I was gonna say, on the site plan that we got the location of the well. Where's the septic? I didn't see the location. I didn't see the septic being located on the map.
That survey does not show the septic, but we recently contracted a local plumber to identify the location of the septic, and it's in proximity of the existing garage,
Mhm.
between the addition and the garage.
Mhm.
It's located here between the house and the driveway.
Yeah, it's over here. It's over here.
Okay.
Style of the addition is within the existing home, which ties into the vernacular of traditional architecture.
Yeah. Could our consultant ask you to provide us with updated versions of the plans and stuff?
He asked for clarification on the setback distances for the additions and the existing, which I have here, in 8.5 by 11 version.
Do you have copies for us to look at?
Yes.
Okay.
So, on the last page of each of these packets, it's copies. Also some clarifications in the application itself, which are reflected in this packet as well.
My magnifying glass. You're really looking for about 3 variances and you need a special permit.
Correct. Yeah, 1 variance at the front of the lot, 1 at the side. 1 for it's over 25% of the existing square footage,
Right,
and then the increase in the bulk within the reduced side yard
right.
setback.
There's quite a jump on the expansion of the nonconformity. Usually we allow up to 25%, but you're looking for 174%.
Yeah, I mean,
An increase of 149%.
yeah, a decent portion of that is covered porches. And given the size of the existing home, it is quite small. The livable square footage is under 1,000 square feet. It's a family of 4. So, with that, I understand that the 25% is a threshold that we try to meet, but, this is already a small home. It's not really working for the future condos.
Okay.
Lifestyle.
The total proposed square footage is what,
Yeah.
1,800 square feet?
The total of the proposed is, let's see, yeah, 1,800 or
Right.
about 1,900.
Right.
Which includes a basement.
All right. What's the footprint of the addition?
I'm sorry?
What's just the footprint of the addition? How many square feet is that?
It's very close to the existing, it's 25 by 27. So we try to keep it as small as possible while making it a usable and worthwhile project for the Casertanos.
Right. So the footprint's really roughly a little shy of 700 square feet. Actually, it's about 846. Is this going to remain a 3-bedroom?
Yes. Yep. No,
So the existing septic would be sufficient.
correct.
Mhm.
Yeah. I have a couple of questions here. Does the board members have any questions of the applicant?
I did not.
I don't either.
No?
Mm-mm.
Where are you going to move the propane tanks?
Somewhere where we can't see them. Probably,
Yes, I do.
they'll probably likely end up close to where they are now. Just push
Probably
down.
alongside of the addition.
Correct.
All right, we also have to look at special permit. Just going through the criteria. The use is the use designed, located, and proposed to be operated that the public health, safety, and welfare and convenience will be protected. I don't see a problem with that. The use is not going to diminish groundwater or surface water quality.
No.
The use will not cause substantial injury to the value of other property in the neighborhood. I don't see that that's the case.
No.
The lot size and lot coverage are appropriate for the use. Well, it's a non-conforming small lot. What do you have, 1.2 acres?
Correct.
Location of the site. Location, nature, and height. This is below 35 feet, so this is only going about 25 feet high?
Yes.
Right. Because the 35 feet is the maximum of the code. The use is not going to cause any undue traffic congestion. It's not going to create a traffic hazard. Parking areas are adequate for the size. Well, the parking's not going to change.
Mm-mm.
Where do you, well, you got a garage. What is it, a 2-car garage, 1-car garage?
We don't park in the garage, we park in
Yeah,
the
it's
driveway.
it's only,
Oh.
it's a little,
You
Yeah.
storage, garage is storage?
mhm. It's little. We don't have
Baseball
one
bats
car.
and soccer nets and things like that.
Just to clarify, the total square footage with the addition will be 2,800, right?
No.
Because it says here we propose almost 1,900 square.
That's correct.
That includes the base.
The
that includes
basement and
basement, right.
covered porches as well.
Oh, the covered porches, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, so the living
Mhm.
space, do you know what that is?
We would have to just take out the cell,
Basement
porches of
and
its cellar.
Yeah,
I don't have
I
it in
mean,
my
it's still
notes.
pretty modest, is,
Correct. Yeah, and if you compare it to
Yeah,
homes around,
Yes.
it's very comfortable.
yes.
It's a small house to begin with.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's
small
a-
house, so it basically is a
Mhm.
currently a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. The plan would be to have 3 more reasonably sized bedrooms,
yeah.
2.5 bathrooms,
Mhm.
and a kitchen, a dining room, a living room.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Place for your family.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, exactly, yeah, exactly.
Anybody else have any questions?
No.
Mm-mm.
All right, we're on for a public hearing, so I would make a motion that we open the public hearing.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Is there anybody here from the public that'd like to speak for or against this application?
Just a question when you're done.
Go ahead, Howard.
CAC, I didn't see the maps or anything. Any wetlands or NRI maps on that property?
No.
No, our consultant took a look at that, Howard, and they've determined that it's not close to anything.
Nope, nope. Mhm. Nope, there isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. AKRF was not concerned about it, Howard. They didn't bring anything up as far as wetlands. All right, having no comment from the public, I'd make a motion that we close the public hearing.
I second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. All right. How does everybody feel about this? Yeah. How does everybody feel about this?
What, on a 1,900 square foot house on a 1.2 acre lot, it would not change the character of the neighborhood.
No.
No, it didn't enhance it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would not. It's not like something I see driving,
Mm-mm.
looking into Flushing, New York with a monster
Right.
mansion.
All right. Yeah, and it's behind the house.
Right.
Yep.
They are gonna need setbacks for side
Mhm.
and front.
Yep.
The only concern I've had just looking at it was the increase of 149% of the non-conforming use. But given the totality of circumstances, I'm really not too concerned about that.
No.
I mean, we've never granted anything that large, but
The house is small.
Small.
the house is small.
It is small.
How many, you have children?
Yes.
Two?
Yes,
Yeah.
we only had
Hence
one,
the
we
addition.
only had one when we bought the house, so,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Times
They are,
change.
they are
Yes.
small right now, but
Yeah, it was.
That'll change too.
what's that?
That'll change
Yeah.
too.
We love being there,
Yeah,
which is why we'd like to,
yeah, it was a small farmhouse
yes.
is what it was for, and that's what it was built for.
Yeah.
Right,
And it definitely could use
Yeah.
this to enhance it.
right.
Absolutely.
Well, before we get into perhaps looking at and voting on the variances, I think we've got to take care of seeker first. I would make a motion that we declare this a type 2 action under seeker, not requiring any further environmental review. Do I have a
I
second?
second.
Katie seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. All right. Let's take the side, there's a side yard setback that's required.
Mhm.
In this particular zone, the setback on the side is 100 feet. I think you're going to be within 40 feet, 45 feet,
45.
45 feet of the line. So 100 minus 45. So you're looking for a variance of 55 feet for the side yard.
Correct.
Mhm.
I really don't see that being substantial given the neighborhood that this is in. No adverse environmental
No.
issues. Sure, it's self-created, but that's not dispositive. I would make a motion that we grant a side yard setback of 55 feet. Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Next. Need an area variance for the expansion of the non-conforming use. Under our
Mhm.
code, you're allowed to expand a non-conforming use up to 25%. In this particular case, the non-conformity is going to be 174%, meaning that they're looking for a variance of 149%, which is the difference between the
Mhm.
174 and 70 and 25 feet.
Mhm.
Based upon our discussion, although it's pretty substantial variance, I mean, given the area that it's in, the house is small to begin with, looked like an old farmhouse,
It is.
probably built for two people. The people have got a family now, they're growing up. The addition is going to be in the back and a little bit on the side. I don't necessarily have a problem with granting a variance that big.
No,
Does anybody else have any thoughts on that?
no,
No, the initial size of the house being, as we discussed before, it's not large,
right,
bringing it up to 1,900 square feet on
It's
a
not-
1.2 acre lot.
It's-
Right.
right.
It's not excessive.
Yeah.
No,
At all.
no,
Okay. All right, I would make a motion that we grant the expansion of this non-conforming use by 149%. Do I have a
I'll
second?
second that.
Katie seconded it. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Next, they need a variance for the increased bulk within reduced side yard setback. Now, under the code, the maximum allowable coverage of 10% is 10% for the RR10 district where this house is located. Right now, it's approximately 3.8%. With the addition, the coverage would increase to approximately 5.4%, which is still less than the 10%
Yeah,
allowed under the
right.
code.
Right.
But since this is a non-conforming lot, we've got
Still
to
have to vote
do the
on it.
variance. So I would make a motion that we grant
Mhm.
the increase bulk within the reduced side yard setback
Mhm.
based upon the conversations and testimony this evening.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Next, lastly, you need a special permit. And we discussed the criteria of the special permit earlier. And when I go through the criteria under the code, which is section 165-119, in our discussion, I don't see that there would be any problem granting a special permit. So I would make a motion that we grant the special permit that would allow expansion of a non-conforming structure. Do I have a second?
that.
You
I'll
second it?
second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. You're done here, but you have to go to planning board.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
At least this is under your belt. Now you go argue with them.
Will it
Good
be
luck.
like this?
Good luck with the extension.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Can you stick around?
You're good.
No,
You're all
you're
good.
good.
You're good to go.
You're
Great,
good.
thank you.
Yep, I would just say, just do what you gotta do to go next to the planning board.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
It is a small house.
Now, for the future, now let's say we get somebody who has a 5,000 square foot house on that lot, and now he wants to.
I would probably question that. I would question that.
Yeah.
This was unique because it was such a small house to begin
Can
with.
we put language somewhere so someone doesn't reference our approval of 174%?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, we put in the record that we were based on the original square footage of the house.
Okay, so
being
that
small.
should cover it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right, next on the
We'll
agenda,
Cover it is the word I should.
Valley Farm Doodletown. Anybody here for that?
Just the neighbor.
Oh, is there anybody here? Is the applicant
I
here?
don't see anybody here representing them.
Oh. All right. Well, we had an application. It was noticed for this evening. It's on our agenda. I hate to just dismiss it. Maybe they got messed up with the dates or times or something. I'm wondering if we'd entertain a motion to adjourn the entire application until our May meeting. How does everybody feel about that?
I don't know.
And then we can our new secretary is starting next week. We can have her send out notifications to the applicant, to tell them that you gotta
That's
be
fine with
here.
me.
And there's no.
Is anybody here against it? Or for it? Okay. All right, well, since nobody's here for Valley Farm Doodletown, I would make a motion that we adjourn the entire application.
You both are, right?
They're just,
We're neighbors.
Yeah, right.
I would make a motion that we adjourn the entire application and proceedings to our May meeting, and that our secretary next week send notification to the applicant advising them of the next CBA date, and that they have to appear.
Yes,
If they don't appear then
then
that's on them, but at least we'll give them a second chance.
The third Tuesday, right?
It should be, yeah.
Third Tuesday
Mhm.
of the month.
Yeah, whatever that's gonna be. Let's see. It should be,
Tuesday.
It is.
It is the third Tuesday. of the month.
April, so that would be
The 20th?
19th? No, the 20th?
it would be the 20th,
Yeah. could be.
May 20th.
Yeah.
It'll be May 20th, is the next meeting.
Because this is the third Tuesday now.
All right, did we pass that motion?
No, go
I don't know.
ahead. No, you didn't do it.
Okay, well, I make a motion that we adjourn the application and all proceedings to the May 20th ZBA meeting, and that our secretary next week, when she takes office, notify the applicant of the new date and their obligation to appear.
Mhm.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little later. How are you gonna start work?
We're going to.
Yeah, if I'm lucky, I'll get there
Okay.
around 5:30 or
All right.
6.
Guys, since there's no further business before the board, I would make a motion that we adjourn.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.